My name's Lee and I'm 48 years old. Was suffering very much a lack of energy, really feeling pretty down about things, and that was really which led me to get looked at and find out that I had this sleep apnea. I would come in from work, if dinner wasn't ready, obviously I'd sit down and wait for dinner, tell it be on, and I would start wanting to fall asleep. I could feel myself getting drowsy. The family around me would notice and start saying, "Dad, you're snoring or you're falling asleep." Everyone would moan at me, other half saying, "You've just come in from work, you're not even talking to us." So no matter how much I tried not to, I would feel distant, or feel that I'm not deliberately, but I was distancing myself from my family. Not catching up on what my sons, my daughters were up to. Just generally needing to sleep, and trying to catch up with what I wasn't getting during the night. But obviously, when you're working anything between 9 and 12-hour shifts, I was physically and mentally knackered. And as soon as I would sit down, I'd just feel like a darkness would fall on me, and I'd need to sleep. So there's often been times when I'd sit down, get called up and say, "Oh, dinner ready." I'd go in and sit down and eat my dinner. I'd be falling asleep during my dinner as well. I think the last thing I wanted, I'd seen on telly before, were these masks, which aren't the quietest. Now, I'm already causing, or have already caused, enough misery for people around me because loudness of the snoring, how often I was snoring, how often I was waking other people up and they were thumping me, they're like, "Come over," because I realised it's falling asleep on my back that was causing major problems, because my snoring would be louder, but it didn't stop how often I'd wake up, because I believe I was not breathing properly. So I would stop and wake myself up at times because I couldn't breathe properly. So I knew I'd have to end up maybe going on one of these machines, which I just did not want. So for the last few months, I've managed to lose some weight, and some of the symptoms have reduced, and I'm hoping by further losing weight that I'd reduce them even more, hopefully maybe not even have to go to a GP for the machine. Well, I've tried at least 20 different kinds of anti-snore products to try and help, obviously, people's sleep around me. None of them work. To be really honest, no matter how much you pay, whether it's from £2 to £30, £40, any kind of implement just doesn't stop you snoring because you're overweight. So obviously the weight loss is one big game. The weight loss is purely because I just don't want the machine. The machines are noisy, and I'm already feeling guilty for a number of years because I'm stopping people sleeping around me. The last thing I want is a machine that's constantly going and the whirring and the noise, which is going to keep me awake. And in all honesty, it was getting to a stage where I wasn't even being able to sleep in bed because I'd be too scared to keep people awake, so I'd end up falling asleep on sofas or in chairs, just so I wasn't harming other people's sleep patterns. But it was still harming me because I wasn't in a comfortable sleep. I'd still be waking up constantly because of the sleep problems, as in waking up thinking I wasn't breathing, or knowing that I wasn't breathing properly. Things like night sweats, there's nothing more worse than you're in bed snoring and your sheets are soaking wet because of night sweats. So because you're not going to bed because you don't want to cause the night sweats, you don't want to cause other people's lack of sleep, you come downstairs and you get the night sweats in chairs and on sofas. It's just, we've had to change sofas because, the sofa was fading, it was wet, I was constantly having to rub it down with towels, or even sleeping or sitting with towels underneath you. It's embarrassing. But more embarrassing for me because I wasn't admitting I had a problem. That's the whole crux of it at the end of the day. It's admitting you've got a problem and trying to do something about it.